everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. So today is Sunday and I decided to paint early in the morning before I go to the gym and work out. So I'll be painting today a flower, but this time it will be a different perspective. It will be a more close-up look into the flower, and we'll be doing a lot of petal details and just lots of pinks and yellows, which are my favorite colors. And as you can see here, my canvas paper, which is size 11 by 14, is already painted over. It's already underpainted dark red. So if you've got red or permanent magenta, you just simply add brown red or burnt sienna and just underpaint your canvas. This is actually an optional part because you really don't have to do this because of the detailing that we'll be doing later. But for me to just not go into those small spaces between petals, I'm doing this. And by underpainting this color, by this or with this color, we are already making the painting more solid. Okay, because layers just make a lot of difference when it comes to the perspective and dimension of the painting. Of course, this will also add some shadows and depth. Let's begin now. I'll be sketching first the petals. And again, this will be a peony close-up flower painting. Okay, so the colors that I'll be mentioning today will be listed in the description box below. And we'll be using permanent magenta or medium magenta, white, yellow ochre, and medium yellow or cadmium yellow plus burnt sienna. As you can see here, this is medium magenta, permanent magenta, titanium white, brown red or burnt sienna, yellow ochre, and cadmium yellow or medium yellow. So as you can see here, it's already dry. I can definitely layer over it. I'll be using my medium magenta to sketch it. You can use white if you want, but I just want to proceed with the color of the detailing. So again, this is a close-up. So I'm just so excited because you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since the last time I did a painting like this. And I think that was um, 2018 or I I don't know why, because you know I'm watching Peppa Pig. I hope it did not catch on video the sound. Yeah, I'm watching Peppa Pig, okay? Because I love Peppa Pig. Just like that. So as I told you guys, it will be a more close-up painting. And I love close-up paintings. I don't know if it's just me, but I do love close-up paintings because it gives me more freedom to just focus on the detailing rather than, you know, focus on the bigger picture. You know what I mean? I mean, I do that when it comes to landscapes, but when it comes to flowers, I am more into focus, focus subjects. All right. So basically, this will be the center, and these are the folds that you're looking at. Okay. I'm just so excited to finish this one. I want to see the result right away. So using my medium magenta, I'm just gonna go straight away and color some areas that I see. Okay, just paint it. Don't be scared. Okay, now I'll be using my permanent magenta just to darken it a bit. And also, I'm not washing my brush so that I get that effect of naturalism. Naturalism is realism. The goal here is to make it as realistic as possible. Okay, now I'm switching to my medium magenta. So I just keep on switching between the permanent magenta and the medium magenta. Medium magenta is more like pink. Okay, so just mix your red and white. If you don't have the medium magenta, it's just pink. You may add a tiny bit of purple to that. But this color is actually readily available from the stores. You can simply buy them. You don't have to worry too much about this one. This color, while it sounds so um, technical, it's not really. It's just pink. Okay, I'll be getting again my permanent magenta, trying to add a different shade. Okay, just like that. And here, again, permanent magenta over here. But since I'm not washing my brush, some pink colors are also present. Okay, we're gonna allow some areas to be dark red, okay, as is. Just like the background color, this is to give it more shadow. Okay, just continue with your medium magenta. Now I'm gonna wet my brush a bit. Gonna get my permanent magenta. Again, just keep switching, okay? We're not really using any other color here. Just keep switching from magenta, permanent magenta to medium magenta. Besides, we're just doing the preliminary stage of the painting. It's very preliminary. This is not the actual look of it. Okay, just like that. Okay. I'm gonna continue with my, oops, permanent, with my medium magenta right here. Okay. And also here, as you can see, I'm using a more watery color. And also follow the pattern, the shape of your petals. You follow it when you do the brush strokes. You don't just do circular or vertical brush strokes. You also follow the petal shape. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna get my permanent magenta and just, add a little bit of that dark pinky color. And try to relax when you do this. This should not be a stressful subject. It's just flower. I'm not uh, saying that it's just a flower, it's an easy thing. But when you think about it, you're just painting a flower. I mean, you're not really painting a portrait or anything like that. So it should be fine. the shapes are irregular, that we come up with different shapes of petals, it's fine, right? Because this is a natural subject and a subject that has variety. I'll be adding a little bit of this color over here. Just keep on layering, okay? Just like that. Okay, I'll be getting, again, my permanent magenta. However, I'm gonna lighten it a bit by adding tiny bit of medium magenta, light pink, okay, right here. And then my magenta over here. If your paint is already drying, you can simply add more paint, okay, just for you to be able to mix things. Okay, just like that. Okay, permanent magenta again. Okay, now I'll be mixing my brown red plus permanent magenta. You want to make sure that this is dark, okay? And I'm gonna darken this part. Although it already seems dark, I'm gonna darken it even more by using this color. This will give it more depth and it will make our flower look more, yeah, like dimensional. Okay, again, I'm gonna use this color over here. Okay, you can use your burnt sienna, whatever dark brown color that you have. I just have brown red, okay? Later, I'm gonna go and buy from Amazon some paints because I think I need to stock up. I'm gonna use some dark colors again and I'm gonna darken this. And also down here. All right, just like that. And a little bit of dark colors right here. Just like that. And right here, just go in between. Okay, gonna mix some dark colors over here. Okay. Let's create some tiny folds. Okay, some magenta. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of water just to spread some magenta brownie colors and so that our painting looks more natural. Okay. I made this too dark, this area. I'm gonna lighten it a bit. Okay, just like that. Mhm. Okay, now I'm gonna use a different brush. Okay, I'll be using a more pointy brush. Gonna get my white plus medium magenta, lightening your medium magenta even more. I mean, medium magenta is already like pink, but by using white and a little bit of pink, I'm going to do some detailing, separating each petal. So I'm just detailing it. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna make it more pink than white. You can add more water just to make just to make the paint glide more smoothly on the canvas. Okay. Some more white. Okay, just like this. Mhm. Okay, some white. Just to give it some highlights. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna get my light pink. Let's just lighten things up a bit right here because this is where the light will be hitting. I'm just gonna paint it white. It will make sense later, okay? Promise. Okay, some more pinky colors right here. Okay, just like that. All right. Now I'm gonna use this pointy brush. We will make some shadows of the pollens. Okay, pollens, is that the pollen? Yeah, I'm gonna get my brown red and then magenta. So I'm just gonna mix them together and I'm gonna create some shadows. I'm breathing heavily. I'm gonna add more brown red. This will be the shadows. Okay. I am so tempted to use black already. Okay. These are just the shadow. The shadows, I mean. Okay. And then I'm gonna darken the centermost part just to fill in those spaces. I'll be getting a little bit of like lighter shade of that shadow. And let's proceed to doing some center. I'll be using this brush, this brush. It's cleaner and it has this slanting edge so that when I do the pollens, it's much easier. I'm gonna dab onto my yellow ochre. Okay, and let's just proceed. So the pollens should be more like this. And again, we're in the preliminary stage of the painting. You don't have to worry too much about this. Just follow what I'm doing. It's like creating a flower on the center of the flower. Just like this. Remember that these are the shadows. The dark ones are the shadows. So we are not going to paint over that. We are slightly like, what do you call that? We are going to slightly um, I think I got the wrong word. We are not going to paint over that just to make things easier. Okay, we are going to slightly deviate from the way we did this one to doing this one. Okay, so it will be more different. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix my yellow ochre with the brown red that we had here, just to add a little bit of color play. Maybe more brown, because the sun is not really, the light is not really hitting this area. So there should be some dark colored pollens. Okay, again, more brown, just to add variety. Okay, I think I'm gonna add more shadows. I feel like my shadows are not enough. So I'm just gonna mix again my brown red plus magenta, and I'm gonna add more shadows. I feel like it's not enough. My shadows, not enough. So either I am making the shadows longer or I'm adding more. Okay, I just can't help it. I need to use my black now. So I'll be getting my black. I'll be using that on the shadow part. And also go in between. You want to make sure that you go in between those pollens so that you create negative spaces. Okay, now I'll be using my light yellow. And I'll be using the same brush that we used earlier. I'll be getting my pure cad yellow or medium yellow. And I will create the same patterns or very similar patterns. I'll be going over this area again using this color this time. We're gonna make our pollens more fluffy, thick. Okay. And using my black, let's just go right into the center of the flower. Let's add more depth. Inside. Okay. Great. Okay, now I'll be using my yellow, but this time I'll be adding white. So I'm just getting my white, my yellow, and using the same technique. Just gonna go over the pollens. It's like highlighting it. We're actually highlighting it. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow ochre. Just to give it more fluffiness. Okay, I'm getting some browns. Make sure you are not going to miss the brown markings right on the pollens to make sure that we do some shadows and depth. Okay. Let's go back to the petals. I'm gonna go back to the pollens later. We'll be adding more white to that, but let's go back to the pollens or to the petals. So I'm gonna dab onto my white and medium magenta. And then I'm just gonna make some areas softer. And you know me, when I say that, it means using my fingers. Okay, some whites. Okay, like that. Okay, so hello, noise again. What is that all about? It's like every time I paint, the noise is just there to join me, to join us, right? But I'm not that I'm getting used to it, but it's nothing new. Okay, I'm just gonna make this area more bright. So let's just go in between. This is a little difficult, this part, but let's lighten it. Okay, now I'm getting my white. Okay, mix it with tiny bit of yellow, but not too much. Let's highlight some petals. Sorry, let's highlight some pollens. Not every single pollen that you see must be highlighted. Like randomly select which ones to highlight. Don't highlight everything. I'm gonna switch brush. Let's do some more softening. I'll be using a cleaner brush, just clean, doesn't have to be in a particular type of brush. I'll be getting my medium magenta, and I'm gonna slightly like dry brush. It's not really dry brushing, but it's not as damp as normally would as I would normally damp it. And by doing this, I'm also creating patterns on the petals. Okay, I'll be getting my medium magenta, my permanent magenta. I'm sorry, guys. I keep saying uh, different colors, but it's just magenta. Only that the difference is light or medium or permanent and dark. Okay, when I say permanent, I'm referring to the dark version of the magenta, the almost red type of magenta. And when I say medium magenta, I'm referring to pink. Okay? And I hope that it's okay with you. I make mistakes when I talk because everything is um, raw. Then I'll be adding some permanent magenta. And I'm just going to separate this petal. Now using my medium magenta, make sure that you have enough um, water on your paintbrush. We're going to make some more highlights. I'm getting my white just to lighten it. Okay, more petals. Okay, let's add some more tiny brown colors here and there. Okay, here goes the, is that an alarm or something? Anyway, listen to it. All right, that's nice. Music to my ears. Okay, again, this permanent magenta, meaning dark pink. I'm gonna get my yellow plus white. Oh, just to make things nicer. Okay. Right. Maybe I'm gonna add more shadows. And then using some medium magenta, we're gonna go over the shadow part and we're gonna apply tiny bits of this, like spaces, just to make sure that, we create shadows, not just dark markings. These are very subtle detail. It's not like, not too much, but it's going to be more beautiful. When you have it. Okay. Just gonna add more detail. Okay, just like that. And I would like to, again, make the shadows longer. Just try to soften it. I'm gonna add a little bit of brownie colors down here. And some folds. So separate each petal by outlining it using black, very thinly, okay? Very thinly. You don't wanna you don't wanna do too much like super strong separate lines or separation lines, as I call them. Go over this area again. And of course, make your shadows uh, more nice by making sure that there are no bald areas. Okay, just like that. I'll be getting some magenta. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm breathing so heavily. Right, just like that. I'm gonna get my white. Okay, nice. White here. And also right here. Okay. I'm gonna mix my yellow and white. Just keep on going. Okay, and then yellow ochre. And then some browns. Don't forget. I'm gonna switch my brush. Gonna get my magenta. Just to create some patterns. Okay, just like that. And then let's insert a little bit of pinky color inside. Okay. Okay, let me check. How does it look like? Okay, great. I love this one. Now I want the shadows to be more on the pink side. I'm gonna get my permanent magenta and I'm gonna glaze over the shadow part so that it's not super dark. Okay, great. Gosh, I love this one. I'm gonna wash my brush out. Now we're going to soften even more this flower. Okay, so I'm gonna get my brush, clean brush. I'll be mixing my permanent magenta with my medium magenta. Okay, it's like a lighter version. And I'm just gonna glaze over, okay, some areas that need to be softened because we don't want any area here that would suggest strong lines of separation, okay, between the petals. So we want to make sure that we soften them. We don't want any of that dark, like strict lines. Okay, just try to soften it. Okay, then I'm gonna get my white. We're gonna make some little bit of dry brushing here and there, just for the highlights. Let me check. Okay, much better. I really like this one. Okay, now using a really pointy brush, let's just go over. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. You can mix it with magenta if you want so that it's not super black. And let me just go over the petals. Try to separate it from the background petal. I mean the pollen. Okay. Try to outline it like this. Okay. Tiny markings. All right. Some white. Your white. Or highlights. Okay. Wow. I really love this one. Okay, by the way, okay, I'll be using a little bit of orange. Okay, we're not gonna use um, too much orange, but we will use a little bit, just a tiny bit. We don't want to use too much of this color. So I'm gonna get my orange and just slightly highlight some areas with a little bit of orange, okay, especially on the pollen side. This, okay, a little bit of orange. So just tap. This is not too much. A little bit of orange. I'm literally using my fingers just to give it a highlight. Right. Okay, some orangey colors. Right. It will make all the difference. Okay, a little bit of orange on certain areas. Yeah, that's it. Making some areas a little brighter. I really like this one. And I think I should sign this now because it's done. All right. Now if you want to add, because I'm really obsessed with highlights, I'm just gonna use my white and I'm gonna make some tiny bit of highlights, especially right here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna sign this now. And for the signature, I'm just gonna use my white. I'm gonna sign right here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. And I'm gonna link in the description box below some other flower painting tutorials that I've done in the past so that you can choose from among them. And I hope you enjoyed your weekend. It's still Sunday here in the US, so I hope you're enjoying your time. And you can paint with me anytime you want because my videos are just there. It's just there to stay forever. All right, so see you in my next one, guys, and have a great day. Bye. Mhm. Mhm. Love you.